Steve Kerr flatly rejects reality as Stephen Curry. Warriors locker room admit major disadvantage. The Golden State Warriors are no strangers to adversity. But this time, the tension isn't coming from the opposing bench. It's brewing inside their own locker room as the Warriors grind through another unforgiving stretch of the season. A striking disconnect has emerged between head coach Steve Kerr and his players, most notably franchise icon Stephen Curry. While Kerr continues to publicly project confidence and patience, the locker room is quietly acknowledging an uncomfortable truth. Golden State is playing from behind in ways championship optimism alone can't fix. That Kerr's confidence versus the court reality. Steve Kerr has built his reputation on belief, culture, and long-term vision. Even amid losses, he has refused to concede that the Warriors are structurally disadvantaged. In press conferences, Kerr has pointed to execution, rhythm, and trusting the process as the path forward. Language fans have heard many times before, but this season feels different. The Western Conference is deeper, faster, and younger. While Kerr insists the Warriors can still flip the switch, reality suggests that switch isn't where it used to be. Golden State's margin for error has evaporated, and pretending otherwise may be doing more harm than good. Stephen Curry's honest admission. Stephen Curry, the face of the franchise and its emotional compass, has been far more candid. Without pointing fingers, Curry has acknowledged what many around the league already see. The Warriors are no longer the most athletic, deepest, or freshest team on the floor. Post-game comments from Curry have carried a tone of urgency, subtle but unmistakable. He's spoken about limited room for mistakes, lack of continuity, and the challenge of keeping up with younger, more physical teams night after night. Translation: Golden State knows it's at a disadvantage before the opening tip in many matchups. The locker room knows the truth behind closed doors. That awareness is even sharper. Role players understand that small lapses become big problems. Veterans feel the weight of every possession, and younger Warriors are learning in real time that effort alone doesn't erase mismatches in size, speed, and depth. This isn't a team lacking heart. It's a team grappling with reality. The Warriors' once feared lineup flexibility has shrunk. Injuries, aging legs, and roster inconsistencies have exposed cracks that championship DNA can't fully cover anymore. Opponents no longer fear Golden State's inevitability. They sense vulnerability. The growing disconnect, that's where Kerr's refusal to acknowledge the disadvantage becomes dangerous. Leadership requires belief, but it also requires honesty. When players are internally admitting limitations while the coach publicly dismisses them, a quiet disconnect forms. It's not rebellion, but it is friction. That Curry's realism contrasts sharply with Kerr's optimism, and fans are starting to notice. The question now isn't whether the Warriors can still compete. It's whether they can adapt fast enough while everyone involved is operating from the same understanding of who they truly are. What comes next for Golden State? The Warriors stand at a crossroads. Either Kerr recalibrates and openly addresses the challenges, roster limitations, matchup issues, and a need for tactical evolution, or the gap between belief and reality will continue to widen. Dynasties don't usually end with explosions. They fade through denial. And right now, while Stephen Curry in a locker room are confronting the truth head-on, Steve Kerr is still trying to convince the world, and maybe himself, that the old script can be replayed one more time. Whether that faith becomes a miracle or a mistake will define the next chapter of the Warriors' storied run.